You know, I have sickle cell. Obviously was born with it.
Right.
And so I spent, you know, my whole childhood in the hospital. Right. You know what I mean? And so it's crazy.
That's crazy. You spent your whole childhood in the hospital?
I spent my whole childhood in the hospital. A big
crazy.
Part of my career in the hospital.
We would have never known.
If you was around, like if you was like camping them, like they was there, like they got to see like some crazy episodes.
Teezy for the people.
Sean Teezy. Teezy for president.
Teezy for the people.
How you doing today?
I'm outstanding. How are you?
Are you for the people active? Who got the best wings in Atlanta?
Magic City.
You look a little tied up.
Yes, sir, man. Listen, man, I'm super excited, man. I'm so excited, man. Listen, I can barely get up out my seat, but check this out, man. A retired record exec selling over 160 million records, a 3-time consecutive Grammy Award winner, a bestseller author of The 10 Artist Commandments, a dedicated father, a devoted husband. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it up for the founder of Vitastars, J.R. Mckee.
Yes, sir, man. My brother.
G. What's up, man? I'm gonna get it right, man. I got it right, man.
It's all good.
Hey,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man. First and foremost, I just like to ask my guests, man, how you feeling? How's your day been?
I feel good. I'm blessed. I'm tired because I've been out in the sun all day with my girls. I had a soccer game and a softball game back to back. So then I went home, took a shower, and came right here. So, you know what I mean?
Man, that fatherhood thing ain't no joke, man.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
It's no joke, man.
It was a lot, but I love it.
How do you like juggle like fatherhood and being a serial entrepreneur?
It's no juggling no more. It's like they're completely merged. Right. That was what retirement gave me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I now build businesses around everything they have going on. Correct. You know what I mean? So that's all Vitastars is. Like literally everything we do in Vitastars comes from them. It's centered around what they have going on in their life. So they're just merged together at this point.
All right, so for the the audience and the ones that really don't know the backstory, right?
Yeah.
So you was a big record exec.
Yeah, the biggest.
The biggest, right? hey, and no lie. Hey, y'all, listen. This man gave me a record deal, you feel me? He found me in Cobb County, you feel me? And we got that money.
OGs of the north side.
Yeah, you feel me? OGs of the north side, man. You feel me? So y'all got to thank JR for that, but like, you know what I'm saying? What made you just be like, all right, listen, I'm going to stop doing, being in the music industry and just go straight to like Vitastars?
Man, I mean, God, look, I had been, aware that I was going to retire anyway. Like I thought maybe like year 14, year 15, I was like, man, I'm only going to do 20 years.
Right.
So I had been made up my mind that I was only going to do 20 years. But when it actually came time, I really do, the truth is the only reason I had the courage to leave was because like my identity had already shifted. Like people knew me as a music executive out in the world, but I had already left that identity behind because it's like now I'm following Christ. And so I found like a whole new identity. So I had the courage to do it because of that.
Right.
But it was something I had planned on doing many years before that. But thank God I was able to just walk away hands clean. And walk right into the next thing.
Right. So, choosing like the route that you want to go in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And saying, okay, I want to take the healthy lifestyle approach.
Yeah.
Things.
I mean, that just really naturally came from my life. I have sickle cell. Obviously was born with it.
Right.
And so I spent, my whole childhood in the hospital.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's crazy.
That's crazy. You spent your whole childhood in the hospital?
I spent my whole childhood in the hospital. A big part of my career in the hospital.
We would have never known.
If you was around, like if you was like camping them, like they was there, like they got to see like some crazy episodes. His whole crew, his mom was there. His mom used to visit me in the hospital.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they got to see those crazy episodes. But my point that I was getting to is, what I've now learned is like when you go through something as a parent,
Correct.
you sort of project that fear onto your kids.
Man, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
And so when I had my kids, I was just like, bro, like they can't eat none of this BS.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all my kids are vegan. They've never had like the any type of meat, any type of dairy, anything like that.
So
They're all
from the jump, they was vegan.
Yeah, from the beginning.
That's crazy.
Because
That's
it's
good.
like I didn't really get my sickle cell under control until I changed my diet.
Right.
And so once I changed my diet, I got it under control, and I went like a decade straight without having any hospitalizations from my sickle cell, and that was all due to my diet. And so I was just like, when I had my kids, I'm like, well, I'm gonna just make sure from day one they don't, because it wasn't that bad a struggle, but it still took a while for me to let go of those different things.
Correct.
But for them, they never had them, so it ain't nothing for them to let go.
Right. So it makes it easy.
Yeah. For them, that's what they know.
So basically, when you guys go to the store, if they go in the store, they're not reaching for the Snickers or nothing like that.
And if you give them something like that, maybe not candy. Candy might be the exception.
Right.
But if you give them like a piece of chicken or something like that, they'll think it's disgusting. I've had it happen.
Man, I think I was on the phone with my producer.
Yeah.
And I said, because, I'm pescatarian, vegan.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm
Fake
pescatarian
vegan.
too. So,
Yeah. So, and I said, I just had some gummy bears. And they were like, well, you just had some pork. And I was like, oh, my goodness.
Did. You definitely did.
I was like, wow. It's like, it's so much that we don't know that's in the food.
Right. I mean, well, get to the point is when I was giving them their vitamins, that's exactly to the point right there. When I was giving them the vitamins had gelatin in it, and that's where the pork is. So gelatin is pig skin and bones.
Right.
And so what they do is they take the leftovers, the skin, the bones, they grind it up, and it creates gelatin. They use the gelatin to hold the gummy together.
Right.
And so pretty much every gummy has gelatin in it. And at the time, my middle child was 2 years old. And so I was like, man, not only am I giving her pork in these gummies, but I'm also having to give her 4 a day.
Right.
And I was like, man, this like, I felt so bad because it's like, I'm so strict on their diet. Why am I giving her 4 of these a day?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I went to my friend. He's a pharmacist. And I was just like, bro, is there not a way to get all these vitamins in one gummy? Like, why does she have to take 4?
Right.
And so he worked on it for me, gave me a formulation. I took it down to Florida.
And that was going to be my next question. Because it's like, all right, so let's just back up a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
All right, first of all, having sickle cell and also being an entrepreneur, a full-time husband, a full-time dad. I think a few people in the industry have sickle cell. If I'm not mistaken, Nick Cannon.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He may.
Yeah, Nick Cannon and T-Boz.
Matter of fact, I think Nick Cannon has lupus.
It's lupus.
Yeah, Nick Cannon has lupus. T-Boz has sickle cell.
Sickle cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's like you guys are still superheroes out here doing your thing, right? So I know that you took a trip to Dr. Sebi's village, right?
Yep.
How did that really like help you out as far as in the journey?
So when I first decided to change my diet, the girl that I went to, she was a big student of Dr. Sebi.
Right.
And so she introduced it to me. I didn't know who Dr. Sebi was.
Right.
So she introduced it to me, and she became my nutritionist. And she was literally making all my meals, and so she helped change my diet over time. But the whole time she was just preaching to me about Dr. Sebi. And I knew that he had a village down in Honduras where you can go to and get treated.
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie, I was like super nervous. I'm like, I'm not going to Honduras. But so it happened.
You get kidnapped.
Yeah, I'm not going to Honduras. But so it happened, my uncle went.
Right.
My uncle, who had been dealing with smoking, his whole life, he wanted to quit smoking.
Right.
And so he found out and he went. And so he called me from down there, like, I'm down here. I love it. I'm like, okay, if he could do it, I could do it. So I went down there, with the hopes of just curing the sickle cell, because I didn't know if they could cure it or what they could do. But what I really did pick up from down there is just understanding how the sickle cell works in my body and how all disease, not just sickle cell, all disease works. Correct. And so what they were teaching me is like pretty much every disease comes from mucus.
Right.
So when you're eating all these different foods, it's creating mucus in your body, and
all the acid, all the acidic things.
Well, all that bad food, because when you're eating something, it's either healing you or killing you.
Right.
And so that's why I try to only eat live food. You know what I mean? Food that's alive. So those are fruits, vegetables, as opposed to food that's dead, which is, think about like cereal, chips.
Correct.
You know what I mean? There's nothing there.
Correct.
You're eating dead food.
Correct.
So you want to eat live food because that alkaline in that food it's basically the alkaline diet what Dr. Sebi put you on.
Correct.
And I don't stick to that diet because that's super strict.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
okay, listen, it's super strict. Like,
Yeah.
what does that diet actually look like?
So
Like
there's only certain alkaline foods. So
Right.
mushrooms being one of them. And so I can't name all of them, but it really ain't that many.
Can you saute the mushroom? Cause
You can cook them up. You can cook them up.
Sometimes
but
they say like it lose flavor if you not lose flavor,
Yeah.
but it lose nutrition.
yeah,
once
after like 140 degrees.
You're right, correct.
Yeah. So but that's what like a saute or something like that. And I don't really know. I'm not no alkaline chef, but what I know is I can't do it.
Right,
I can't.
But there are some things that
Yeah.
you do, right? So
let me tell you about the trip, right?
Okay.
I'll keep it short. Man, you go down there and they put you in these huts, bro. The hut probably the size of this room is bigger than the hut.
That's
you know what I
crazy.
mean? And I'm talking about the hut is your bathroom, your bed, your everything. They put you in this hut and you in the rainforest.
Right.
And so that means it rained a lot and it's hot. They put you in these huts. The beauty of it is it has great Wi-Fi. It has great Wi-Fi.
It has Starlink.
Yeah, they must. You know what I mean? But so they put you in these little huts, and so it's me and my wife in these little huts, and then it's really like health boot camp.
Right.
Then you only eat twice a day. You eat at 8 a.m. and noon. You know what I mean? So you really fasting the rest of that time. From noon to 8 a.m. the next morning, you fasting.
Is that like to kill the? Excuse me. Is that like to kill like the parasites? You know.
So they're trying to detox you. They really don't even want you to eat at all. But they from their experience, like people get real unruly when they get hungry.
That's good.
And
like everybody.
So they feed you fruit in the morning and then basically some form of mushrooms at lunch. You know what I mean? But they're giving you these bitters, and you got to drink these bitters. They give you a lot of different fluids to drink to detox your body. So you're flushing your body for like the first 10 days. So you got to go at least 3 weeks.
Right.
You flushing your body for like the first 10 days. And I'm not gonna lie, the first 10 days you're like a zombie. Like you on the toilet the whole time. It's rough.
How did that pool feel?
Oh, I love the pool, but it feels heavy.
It feels heavy.
It's like a workout. Like you ever did the sauna?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so not like the sauna at a gym, like a sauna in somebody's house. Because the sauna at the gym only go to like 160.
Correct.
You got to get to like 190. You know what I mean? Which is their sauna down there get to about 200.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But anyway, when you get in the sauna, it feels like a full workout. You in there for 15 minutes, you come out of there like you just been playing football for the whole day. So you tired, you ain't ate. It's a complete detox, but by day number 8, it happened to me both times I went. By day number 8, you feel like completely new.
Wow.
You feel like a whole new person. The rest of the time you there, you just floating around.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Your whole body feel clean, your face clean, everything just completely cleansed. And so the next 2 weeks that you spend there, because I do 3 weeks every time I go, the next 2 weeks that you there is just like bliss. It's like heaven, because number one, you in the middle of the rainforest.
Right.
It's beautiful. You don't got no worries. All you got to do is keep your schedule.
Right.
And you watching Netflix. I was watching
That's
Netflix
crazy.
the whole time. Like I'm watching
Netflix in the rainforest. It's crazy.
Watching Netflix in the
What's one
rain.
thing you watched on Netflix out there?
You know what?
What?
I don't know. All of the shows.
Just to catch up.
Yeah, just all of the shows. So we was literally chilling, watching Netflix, and then the whole thing is fruit trees. So you can literally walk around all day and just pick up mangoes, whatever you want to eat. And so even though they only feed you twice a day, you literally can feed yourself. Because the whole property is just number fruit trees.
From the tree.
Yeah, just straight from the tree. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Did you tell your wife?
Did
you tell your wife that you can eat from any tree right here,
Yeah.
just not this one?
Nah, I did. But I was just about to say, like, you ever thought of what the Garden of Eden would
The
be
Garden
like?
of Eden, right.
That's what this is like. That's what it feel like. I promise you, I've never been happier than being down there. And then they educating you the whole time about your body. You know what I mean? Like they have like a daily class about your body, so you really learn. And the main thing you get from it, the number one thing you get from it, is just a complete habit switch. And so I'm gonna give you one thing that happened to me that blew my mind.
Gotcha.
So when I got back, I think the first time when I got back, I ate a lot of fried rice. But you know, vegetable fried rice or salmon fried rice. But when I got back, I got a vegetable fried rice. It was like the day I got back, I had a vegetable fried rice. and I was eating it, and talking to somebody, and I looked down, and every vegetable was gone. It was none but rice left.
That's crazy.
I didn't touch a single piece of rice. I ate every single, without even thinking about it.
Wow.
Because in 3 weeks, my habits had completely changed.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I just threw the rice away.
So it really just reprogrammed everything.
It's a reset.
Right.
It completely changed your habits. And I think that's the main thing about health is that you gotta be disciplined in what you eat and then also your physical. You know what I mean? Like exercise and stuff like that. That's the main thing about health. It's just discipline and consistency.
So what does a daily routine look like for you?
I mean, now it's
considering that you have sickle cell.
Yeah, now it's a little bit different. I guess it may be normal to everybody else, but I don't know. But me, I wake up like 6, not like at 6. I wake up at 6. I go to the gym. I do very light workouts because I don't know if you're people watching with sickle cell, you can't put too much strain on your body.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it'll cause the clotting, which will cause the pain. And so my workouts are very light. But the main thing I do is cycling. Because cycling is completely low impact. So you can do that, go all out, and not really have to worry about the sickle cell acting up. But anyway, I get up, I work out. What is it? A day in life? You want a day in life? I get up, I work out.
Because some people have a routine. You know,
I do have a routine. I can't operate without one.
Right? You ever read the book, The 5 a.m. Club?
Nah, I haven't.
Okay, so people like, the earlier you wake up, taking the first two hours out your day is to basically focus on yourself. It basically sets the tone.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's something like that. So it's basically I'm asking you in a realm like that.
Yeah. All right, I wake up, I work out. I literally got it on my schedule. I said I'll read it to you. that way you'll know I'm not playing with you. So my first thing, 6 a.m.
Right.
Go to the gym.
That's dope. That's crazy.
6:45 shower. 7 a.m. read Bible and pray with Maya, which is my wife. 7:45 wake the kids up. And so that's my first 2 hours every morning.
That's crazy.
As you see, it's across my schedules. That's every single morning.
That's crazy.
So that's what so it's literally exactly what you just said.
Right.
The first 2 hours I'm by myself, except for a piece of I'm reading the Bible with my wife.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's my morning.
Putting God first.
Yeah, man, you got to. You just say you've been married for 2 years.
Yeah, correct.
The only way you gonna make it with God, bro, because they gonna test you.
No cap, no cap.
They gonna test you, bro.
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
So yeah.
All right, so man, let's finally get into Vitastars, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So now it's like, all right, let's just think of like production. All right. So now you got the idea, you had the formulation through the pharmacist, and having the formulation through the pharmacist. Now it's like, what's next after that?
So, I mean, first and foremost, let's tell you how the idea even came to me. My wife had made a post about my daughter being a vegan.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the post went viral. It probably did like 3 million views.
That's crazy.
But a lot of the comments was talking about how we're malnutritioning her and how we're like mistreating her.
Right.
And I was like, that's crazy. Like, people don't understand health at all. Like, they think because she don't eat meat, there's something wrong with her.
She missing out.
Yeah, she missing out on something. And so that's really what got my mind to thinking. And I was like, man, you know what? Like, we should make a kid's vitamin, because I already wasn't happy with the vitamin she was taking.
Right.
And so, like I said, I reached out to my boy, and I just asked what was even, because I'm like, it didn't make sense that the #1 vitamin out there, it was the biggest vitamin company, that it had to take 4 a day for a 2-year-old. I'm like, bro, how can it not fit into one? Like, how?
That's a lot of consumption.
Yeah, I'm like, how can it not fit into one gummy? And so I asked him, I'm like, bro, is that even possible? So he put it together, and he's like, all right, see if they can make it. Let's see what it tastes like. You know what I mean? So we went down to Florida. I found a manufacturer in Florida. They made it. We brought it back. We liked the way it tastes. And from there, I took it to China, because, you can manufacture, a third of the cost in China.
So you went to China yourself to find a manufacturer?
Not in person, not yet. I have been in China now,
okay.
But at first, no, I didn't go at first. Okay. But so I sent everything to China. They sent me the bottle. You know what I mean? So I sent it to them. They sent me the bottle. We made sure it's what it's supposed to be. And we launched March 14th of 2024. So we are literally 18 months old right now. And so
that's dope. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah. So
first 12 months is like crazy, right? And then after that, it gets a little bit better, or what?
No. It's only getting harder. It's only getting harder. Right. I mean, we got some big wins. Like, so we're #1 on TikTok. We're the #1 selling children's vitamin on TikTok.
That's dope.
We have 2 Amazon badges, and so Amazon badges, like, you ever seen the Amazon Choice when you're on Amazon?
Correct.
Right. And so they basically get those to the product in that category with the least amount of returns and the best reviews.
Right.
Meaning basically like people really love this product. And so we have 2 products with the Amazon Choice badge on it. And you know, we moving, but it is not. I feel like it's harder than the music business.
Right.
Like I ain't gonna cap. I thought it was gonna be easier.
Right.
That was a big part of the reason why I jumped in so gun ho. Cause I'm like, oh, this gonna be a piece of cake.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Up the marketing a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm so used to marketing and content marketing. I'm like, I didn't literally, you know, had like 5 straight #1s the past 5 years from marketing music with content. So in my mind, if I can make music go #1 with content, I can make a product go #1 with content. That was what my mindset was.
And by the way, we did see the Gracie Corner
collab, yeah.
You know, so due to your marketing, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was huge
for the record executive.
That was incredible, man, and it still is. Like we're still, you know.
How did that even come about? Did you just reach out on Instagram?
No, I did actually, but nobody got back to me from there.
Right.
But I did. I actually did reach out. I hit their email and all of that. But so once I got into business, bro, first thing I needed was like just somebody who kind of did it already. I need like a mentor.
Correct.
And so crazy enough, my first music mentor is now my first CPG. CPG is consumer product goods.
Right.
It's not my first CPG mentor. So Askia Fountain, shout out to Askia. Askia was the first person that ever like music mentored me when I was 19, when I was 21 years old with my very first artist, and I just moved to Atlanta. Askia kind of took me under his wing, and now here I am about to be 40, and I just dropped this new business, and Askia is taking me under wing because he's already 10 toes down in this business.
Right.
But anyway, he was putting me up on game, and he was like, bro, it's a licensing expo. He was like, you should come out here and just see. You know what I mean? And so I had to learn what licensing was.
Right.
But I went to the licensing expo in Vegas, and Gracie Corner was there, the father.
Wow.
Yeah, the father was there, and so I first his staff was in his little booth. So at this license expo, everybody that has IP, what they call IP,
right.
Intellectual property, like a cartoon. Gracie Corner is an IP. Everybody that has an IP, they have their booth, and they're there to make deals. Like they're there for people like me to come to them and make a deal with them. So that's the beauty of like this. It's not like the music business in the sense where it's like you got to hassle people. Like these people are trying to make deals. Like they're not trying. It's not like, oh, I need a record deal. It's like, no, like let's do business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I went and talked to his people. I told him what I was trying to do, and it's like he ain't here right now. But when he get back, we gonna make, because you got to set meetings.
Right.
I ain't had no meetings set. You know what I mean? But
right.
I talked to his people.
But your ambition was high.
Yeah, I pulled his people to the side. I'm like, yo, whoop de whoop, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm like, hey, y'all slide me in there.
Right.
And so they was real nice about it. They like, hey, there's somebody we think you need to meet. They slid me in there. And I just literally told him, like, bro, like, what you doing with your daughter is exactly what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to spread health awareness. Like,
Correct.
My daughter is on a bottle. You know what I mean? I took a real picture of her and turned it to a cartoon, put it on a bottle. And so literally just kicked it dad to dad. And he was with it. He was like, let's run it. You know what I mean? And so, shoot, he let it happen. He let it go through. He did the deal with us, approved everything, and now we out here.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Let's explain some of the bottles. You bought 3 bottles here for us
Yeah.
today.
Well, I really bought them for you, but
Right, I
I
appreciate
took the
it.
opportunity to set them up there.
Right. I appreciate it. Let's talk about it.
So I'm gonna tell you the main thing about this first vitamin, because this is the product that we first started with, that we came up with.
Okay.
So the main thing was that it needed to be vegan, because she was taking the one that had the gelatin in it, and so we needed it to be vegan so we can get the gelatin out of it. Then we needed it to be one a day. And so we were able to pack all the essential nutrients into one gummy for toddlers. If they 4, they gotta take 2.
Right.
But 2 to 4, they only gotta take 1. Then, of course, well, they won't know, so I can't say of course. But my daughters have a gluten intolerance.
Okay.
So we had to do gluten-free. And then the rest of it is really all about me trying to make sure they grow up as smart as possible. And so we had to add omega-3. So I was talking to my boy, and he was just, we was talking about like how 0 to 6 is the most important time for their brain health. And so he was like, bro, like you got to put omega-3 in there. And so and when I looked on the market, there was no vegan gummy with omega-3 at the time. So I'm like, okay, cool, that'll be another differentiator. But the more we talked about it, I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I need, because what omega-3 does, and I'll keep it very simple, the neurons in your brain have connectors. Omega-3 just goes in your brain and builds stronger connections so that you can move, like, so that your brain can snap faster. It basically makes your brain move faster.
Right, understand.
You know what I mean? And so it's very, very important for adults because it helps your focus. Like, you can't really focus
So
if
adults
it
can
ain't.
take it as well.
Yeah, so this is the adult version.
Did you bring the immunity gummies?
Yeah, the immunity is right here.
I got a question about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I did my research on the immunity
Okay.
gummies. All right, so
Yeah.
it includes elderberry,
yeah.
vitamin C, and
Yeah.
zinc. What makes these ingredients stand out for children's health?
All right, so first and foremost, my daughters got me sick. My daughters got me sick with pneumonia.
Right.
And so that was my first time going back into the hospital over a decade. It's because they got me sick. And so anybody with a grandmama know about elderberry.
Right.
Your grandmama gonna give you that elderberry when you feeling sick. You know what I mean? And so it was just easy. It was just like, man, they had just started school. They came home and got me sick. So it's like, when you send them to school, they're gonna bring you a bunch of germs home and they're gonna
Right.
get your whole family sick. And so I was like, man, I need something with elderberry. And so we created the immunity gummies with elderberry. Same thing with this. It's like literally every product we have came from the household.
Right.
And then, so to explain the cartoon, we have a cartoon called Navy and Ryan. So Navy is my middle daughter. She's the reason that we even made the gummy because she was 2 at the time and I just couldn't have her take her 4.
Right.
And then Ryan is a fictional character. But the reason that we made Navy and Ryan the cartoon was because both of my daughters were going to immersion school. Immersion school is basically where you send your child to school and they get immersed in a language.
Okay.
So basically, if I want my kid to learn French, there are schools that you can send them to school and they will only speak French to your kid
Right.
until your kid know how to speak French.
Right.
You know what I mean? So my daughters were in Spanish immersion. And so I was like, I'm gonna just create a little cartoon for them, and so that way they can learn Spanish faster. So basically, Navy and Ryan is a bilingual cartoon where through music we teach them Spanish and English.
That's dope.
Yeah, no, it's
You still integrating music.
yeah, always. I mean,
this
that's one of that's a passion. So we literally launched the cartoon itself in July, but the characters we had since day one, because basically I always had the vision for it, but I had to execute it, and so it got executed and got put out in July. So
I know your daughter thinks that's super cool.
oh my goodness, both of them, Navy and her older sister. That's all they talk about is Star Gummies.
Right.
That's all they talk about is Star Gummies, and then of course they watch their TV show all the time. Like
Right.
Navy just love the fact that she got a TV show.
Starcast, right?
Well, no. So StarCast was the first thing we put out.
Right.
We've been doing a lot. So in the first 18 months, we launched our first products, adult and kids. We launched StarCast, which is the first kids podcast. It probably has about 300 to 350 million views, 300 to 350 million views. It went viral immediately. Like literally the first clip we put out went viral, and now they've done Savannah James show, LeBron James' wife. They done a lot of stuff. They just got their first big sponsorship, Just For Me. You remember the hair care? So Just For Me. Yeah. So they just got their first big sponsorship. So Just For Me is now one of their sponsors.
That's dope.
I mean, the show is crazy. Anybody who's on the internet has seen these two girls before. And so, but for that we actually cast it.
Okay.
Because my daughters were too small.
Right.
Shout out to DeMar, because it was really DeMar who pushed to make this happen, make the kids podcast happen.
That's dope.
So DeMar Jackson, yep.
Shout out to DeMar. What's up?
Yeah, shout out to DeMar.
Hey, you know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
He did a remix video to my wedding. Because one of my wedding videos
went viral.
Yeah.
You know DeMar. So DeMar is the king of content, man.
Right,
He the king of content. And so when I started the business, similar to my last business, NPR, the first thing I said, I got to have a content creator.
Right.
I mean, anything you do in today's age, you need content, and you need the best content creators. And I've been fortunate to work with them. But yeah, so DeMar really was pushing hard for that. He was like, yo, we got to get them to do the podcast stuff. And we did it. It went viral. I was like, yep, you was right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dope.
Yeah, so StarCast the Kids podcast was first. And then we just launched Navy and Ryan in July. Now the books are about to come out in a couple of weeks. And so we're going to be the first ever hip-hop music books for kids on Amazon.
Right.
And it's crazy to be first on Amazon in 2025.
That's dope.
Yeah, and so we're going to be the first hip-hop kids music
Man,
book
let's
on
give it
Amazon.
up. Man, let's give it up for
Yeah.
that, man. Let's give it up for that.
Yeah.
Man.
And so that launches in a couple of weeks. And then by the holidays, our next show launches Miss Luna. And so it's a bilingual teaching show for ages 0 to 6.
That's dope.
And so and it's crazy because she's actually my kid's teacher.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So we hired she first started at office part-time. We hired a part-time homeschool teacher, and she did so good, we made her full-time. And then it's crazy because even before she was our teacher, I had Miss Luna. I knew that I was going to do this show, Miss Luna.
Right.
I just couldn't find a girl to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I couldn't find a teacher. And so after her working for us and we made it full time, I was like, man, like I got this idea. Would you be down to do it? And she was like, yeah, she'd do it. And so now we just started shooting that. And so Vitastars is really a nutrition and a media company, just because that's my background. You know what I mean?
I mean, you guys did a Gracie Corner collab.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a media company.
Yeah, it's a media company. So it's nutrition/media company, but literally everything that we're doing is just centered around my kids, man. I'm just at home making businesses for them.
Man, that's right. Listen,
Yeah.
kudos to that, man. No cap, man.
For sure, that's
Off camera, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to that, man. Like just to be like, hey, listen, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just build build something off of that.
yeah, bro. Cause I mean, I had to sit down, bro. It was, you know what I mean?
But I do have a question, though,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, the pharmaceutical industry in a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole drug industry. It's like a dangerous game. It's like a
Yeah.
bully of the beast. Did you have like any like real live challenges like in your beginning of the startup?
I'm having challenges
FDA,
right
like
now.
FDA approval.
It's always challenge.
Right.
No. So from that perspective, yes. We still do. You know, you got to get certifications. Like we had to get a gluten-free certification.
Correct.
So it's definitely different certifications you got to get. But then it's now that I'm getting into this part of it now, is there are certifications that they matter, but they're more for show. Like basically, for example, nobody, you don't have to have them, but it's a good look to have them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just it's a lot of different ways to. It's really all marketing, to be honest with you.
Right.
It's a lot of different ways and a lot of different certifications that you can get. But it's marketing because at the end of the day, all these little stamps and badges help the parent know that we're trustworthy. You know what I mean? And our product is a trustworthy product. But most of them, like I would say 99% of them are for marketing. They aren't actually required. The government doesn't require pretty much all of them.
What would you say is like a little bit more harder, the certifications or just like pushing the product?
Oh, pushing the product. Yeah, pushing the product. Yeah,
Pushing the product.
because the certifications, it comes down to your formulation. It's like, what are you putting in here? Like pretty much, I think 100% of certifications is what is in it. You know what I mean?
They
You
can
get to
do
choose
red
what's
5,
in.
yellow, yellow 5, all these dyes and food.
Yeah.
What do you feel about JFK Jr. just like RFK,
I mean,
RFK Jr. just
it's positive. It's positive change that's needed. You know, our diet is terrible in America. You know, that's why I love being outside of the country, because I know that the food I'm eating is real food.
Right.
You know what I mean? So in America, you know, pretty much all of it is now processed, and now even fake. And so now they're bioengineering the food and adding bioengineered ingredients, which basically just mean, you know, lab-made ingredients. You know, they're approving lab-made meat. And so anything that's pushing against that, I'm super happy for.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Especially like, you know, again, just coming down to my kids' health, my family's health. Making sure that your family is healthy is most important. Like that's the truest wealth. That's why I created Generational Health, which is our community where I give away a lot of stuff to.
I'm part of that community on Facebook. Shout out to
appreciate it. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I give away a lot in that community.
Right.
Just because it's like us and our children, if we don't teach them how to be healthy, they won't know. Your diet as a parent controls your child's diet.
Right.
They're gonna do everything they see you do. So if they see you eating bad food, that's their norm. You know what I mean? I made a video about this the other day with my youngest, my 13-month-old, because people keep asking, like, how do you get them to eat healthy? And, you know, I don't want to, like, not to be like...
Right, because you would get, like, I know you get some backlash, you know, attempting to convince the parent that, you know, this is the lifestyle to go with your child.
Yeah.
Especially
in America, right? Because I'm not against meat. It's the meat in America.
Right.
Like, if you go to another country, you know they haven't shot this chicken up with hormones and steroids and all of that. Eat the chicken. But if you eating the chicken in America, you ain't eating chicken.
How do you feel about grass-fed, like grass-fed beef and things like that?
again, this goes
It's
back
a little
to
bit. It's a little bit better in America because we don't want to just stomp on America that much. Because I understand what you're saying. Like people say, like they go out the country and like certain breads, like they can eat a lot of pasta and they won't.
they won't
full
feel
at all. Like
even gluten isn't a real problem. It's only a problem in America.
Right.
Because if you eat gluten outside of the country, it's not the same thing. It's not this chemically processed thing. You know what I mean? So gluten in another country has never been an issue.
Right.
It's the gluten in America.
Right.
But grass-fed is again going back. It's marketing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You really feel like that?
I just know. Like I'm inside of it, and so I know. Like there's so many cage-free, grass-fed. Like it's a spin on something.
Right.
It's just another way to get you to feel like this is safer.
Oh, especially plant-based. You gotta watch out.
Yeah, I mean,
a
little bit because
Impossible Burgers,
because that's all soy.
Right.
And so that's why we don't eat alternative meats.
Correct.
Because most of it is bad for you.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Really the killer is soy, which is like Impossible Burgers and stuff like that. The killer in that is the soy, but it's you just got to pay attention to your health. The best thing you could do is vegetables and fruits, and then also even with that, making sure they're organic. But it's a whole game you got to play. That's why. Like I said, I just appreciate when I'm outside the country and I don't got to think about that. I can just eat the food.
Right. But for the ones who just can't go outside the country, just make sure that you're watching your consumption.
No.
Make sure you're watching your consumption.
Pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to what you're eating. Read the ingredients. If you can't pronounce the ingredients, it's probably not for the best. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. What was let's just go a little bit positive, right?
Yeah.
What was all this was positive, but just thinking about the
I understand it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Man. Like what was like one of the milestones in the business?
When
your first milestone, you was like, yes.
The first time I was like, yes. Man, our first sale.
Right.
Our first sale.
Dope.
Yeah, our first sale because we launched March 14th and we didn't prepare for this. We didn't create content with the website. You know what I mean? We didn't did all this. We launched and bro, like crickets, like day 1, day 2. I'm like, okay, day 3, we gonna get a sale. You know what I mean? Day 4, day 30, still no sale a whole month. And I'm talking about we putting up content every day. Every day. You know what I mean? Because we content creators, so we pumping the content. Bro, it took 45 days. On day 45, we finally got our first sale. And so that I was over the moon. I was so happy. I was so excited. And literally, I ain't gonna lie, probably like the whole first year, every sale we got, I thank God. Right. And I mean that literally. I literally was like, thank you, God. Like literally every sale, probably like the first year. And I need to get back to doing that. I'm gonna pick that habit back up, God.
Right now, no cap.
I'm gonna pick that habit back up. Because I was just so grateful because that 45, that's a long time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like every day you promoting and nothing.
Right.
Like do it work? Does the site work? Like what's happening? So that was my first big milestone, that first sale.
Speaking of like just promoting and just like, like you said, you spent 45 days like really just rolling out content.
Yeah.
Did you like integrate any type of AI into that?
Not then, but now we do.
Okay.
Now we use AI.
Do you have any AI integrated products?
Products?
Like like a digital product.
What do you mean?
A digital healthy product, as far as like it'd be like a healthy cookbook or something like that.
Oh, I get you saying no, we don't have anything like that. Okay. I mean everything that we have product wise, we created pretty much out of the house. We use AI for a few things, like number one, content creation. So animation is very expensive.
Correct.
And so we do a lot of AI, what I'll call like hooks.
Correct.
Like on content, so it'll basically be, the AI voice and our character, but animated by AI, and it'd be like 3 seconds. Like, guess what we just dropped today, and then the actual animation will come in. And so we use it a lot like that.
Have you ever thought about saying, all right, listen, telling AI what type of vitamin that you actually want to make, and then?
Oh no, I do that. Yeah, I do that all the time.
We had asked the scientists that, and we was like, hey, you think that you can just like give these people like put different chemicals together and ask AI to do that? And she was like, yeah. Yeah,
no, I do that all the time because we constantly coming up with new products, but I just make sure I run it by my boy because he's an actual real pharmacist. Right. I don't know AI, you're not a real pharmacist. I'm sorry.
Right.
But I what I call like brainstorm and that doesn't sound crazy, but I brainstorm with AI. Like I'll kick ideas around, and
Right, just for informational purposes.
Yeah, because I want to know what can work, what can't work, and then final formulations I get to him or other people on the team, and just make sure it makes sense, and then I give it to the manufacturer, and then they really make sure it makes sense because they actually got to make it, and so then they'll give me their notes, and it's a little process, but it's not too heavy.
How do you feel about eating according to your blood type?
So my wife did that. So she went and got our blood type done. And apparently she's supposed to be eating. I think it was just an excuse to get steak back in the house. I think it was an excuse just to get steak back in the house. But no, she's done that. We both took the test. At this point, I don't even remember what the test said for me or her.
Right.
But I thought it was interesting. I don't know everything. But I thought it was interesting. I'm not against. And the crazy part about it, when it comes to what you eat, like I said again, it's really just about where the source of it is. Because if you look at the blue zones, so what blue zones are areas where average of the community lives to at least 100.
Right.
They call those blue zones.
Right.
When you look at the blue zones, most of them are not vegan. You know what I mean? They're eating meat, they're eating other things. And so, again, it's the source of where you get it from. The reason I have to be vegan is because I'm in America.
Right.
And I can't, and not to say that I can't, because there are definitely butcher shops where you can get, real, you know what I mean?
Right.
It just gets expensive. And, you're going to spend a lot of money on your diet trying to get, just straight, pure everything.
Right. Go hunt it yourself.
Go hunt it yourself, or get your own livestock, which is exactly what I intend to do. Since I can't get people to move with me out of America.
Wow,
I'm gonna just get my own, my own land and do my own livestock and stuff like. Cause I love lamb.
Right.
Lamb was my favorite. You know what I mean? I love chicken,
Right.
but I ain't gonna lie. I ate chicken for Thanksgiving, this past Thanksgiving,
You did?
and I was just like, I ain't missing nothing.
How long did
I ate it and I was like. Pfft.
How long did you go?
But I loved it before I stopped eating it.
That's dope. How
Yeah.
long did you go without eating chicken before you ate that chicken on Thanksgiving?
I guess 3 years. It had been 3 years since my last piece of chicken.
Man, I'm about to. Man, I'm listening. I'm about
It
to
didn't make me sick, but it just
did.
did. I just was like, it just tasted so bland, and it was good chicken. It wasn't like I just got it from any old body. It was good chicken, but I just was like, I ain't really missing nothing. But lamb, I love lamb,
Right.
and I love steak.
Right.
I love it, man. What is it? SK Market?
Yeah.
It's my favorite restaurant.
How do you feel about going like a full carnivore diet, like the whole opposite? You ever thought about that?
I don't think I would enjoy that. I ain't gonna lie. Like I do enjoy vegetables. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. So I don't think I would enjoy that.
That's good.
Yeah, honestly, I just want to eat what I want to eat, and that's why we're gonna get the land and do our own livestock, and I'm just gonna raise what I want to eat.
So you're gonna be out there like Moses, like two of everything.
Yeah. Multiply. That's
dope.
So that's my plan. Cause like I said, there are things that I like and things that I miss that I want. And again, it's not about that they're unhealthy. It's just the source of them that makes them unhealthy because what they're putting in it.
As a retired record exec, as a founder of a company, as a serial entrepreneur, what is your projection of the world in 10 years?
And I mean, it depends on what space. Like, that's something I learned about, like, even leaving music. Like, music is like this small little bubble. There's so much more to the world.
Well, let's just say AI. You ever seen that? You ever seen that that map where it said like a certain amount of businesses will be affected, within this amount of span? So it's
I guess the next biggest comparison would be the internet.
Okay.
Like, the internet changed the world, and now AI is going to come along and change the world. But
How does that
the world
industry,
kept
though?
going.
How does that affect your industry though? Like,
It only helps me. It really only helps me, yeah. Because I mean, like I said, we use it for content. We use it for just everyday thing. Even marketing.
Right.
Like it hasn't. Well, first of all, I'm my own boss, so it's like AI can't fire me. Like what I mean. So it's like I think the people that are worried about AI are worried about losing their job.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So that's not necessarily the concern of mine.
And also people like mom and pop shops. They may own the mom and pop shop. But you never know. Like you know how like now you can get a drone full of groceries.
Right.
Straight to your house, and it just like kills the mom and pop store. Like, I don't want to walk down the street. I don't want to get in my car.
This is the thing about it though. Literally everything brings opportunity.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So as an entrepreneur, yes, you may lose one route, but you'll gain another.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because everything is going to cause a problem, and all entrepreneurs do is fix problems.
Correct.
That is your whole business. I'm solving somebody's problem, and so AI is going to bring problems.
If I had
which
a
means
ding
it's something
ding,
for you to solve.
right? If I had a ding ding meter, that is like maybe like one of the most important things I feel in entrepreneurship. Just period.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, let's be solution driven. You know,
Right.
Instead of thinking about, all right, I'm getting slapped in the face. I've been getting slapped in the face for months now.
Yeah, it's just problem solving. So AI is going to bring problems, and now we got something else, a whole new business, because I can figure out how to solve that problem better than everybody else and monetize it.
What would you say to the parent who wants to basically who's hesitant of bringing their child over to a plant-based lifestyle?
Hesitant? I mean, I'm guessing they only hesitant because, the backlash they'll get from the child. You know what I mean?
I mean, okay, let's paint scenarios, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm like, all right, listen, you fresh out the hospital, right? And that's the first
place.
that's the first wrong
Yeah.
that's the wrongest first place, right? So
Yeah.
you fresh out of hospital, they put you on the Similac milk or something like that.
Yeah.
And the child's immune system has to get used to a certain type of you get where I'm going with it?
I mean, not exactly, because my first thought was I hope that they're on breast milk, but if they had to be on Similac, there's nothing wrong with that. All of my babies had Similac.
Right.
They also had breast milk too, but
that whole breast milk and Similac thing, it gets a little weird. You know what I'm saying? The milk can dry up.
That's what I was just about to say. Sometimes the mother, the milk dries up, and that can be momentary. Today it wasn't flowing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there are times where you have to substitute with Similac. I mean, I don't think that's that big an issue. It's more so once you start feeding them the refined sugar. It's once they start eating real foods, like what are they eating? But that's what my point I was getting to earlier, is that it's honestly very easy to create a healthy child. It's literally just feed them healthy foods, because they're only gonna like what they've had. If they haven't had anything else, they won't know it.
Right.
Exactly. And so in their palate is going to be set, just like I said with my children. Now that my children's palate is set, if somebody gives them something else, their palate says this is nasty. Just like if you go vegan for a year and somebody give you a piece of processed food, you're going to eat it and you're going to immediately recognize that this isn't healthy for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like your body learns.
Right.
And so once you've been on a healthy diet for a long enough time, you can taste when something isn't healthy.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And so your body's gonna learn. In the children's body, they learn. Like, you give my daughter something, she's gonna think it's disgusting.
How does that affect their mannerisms?
I don't know. That's a good question. Mannerism in what sense?
Okay, so you give your child sugar, they're hyperactive. You know what I'm saying?
How does it affect your mood? I mean, everything that you eat is definitely going to affect you in a positive or a negative way.
Right.
The thing about your body, people got to understand this. Your body is made of ingredients. You know what I mean? So the same way you bake a cake. If you bake a cake and you leave out certain ingredients, that cake is going to have certain issues.
Right.
Well, your body is made of 102 ingredients.
Right.
If certain ingredients you're deficient in, it's going to affect your behavior. It's going to affect your mood. It's going to affect how you sleep. And so it's really just about figuring out what ingredients am I missing? Am I missing calcium? Am I missing iron? For me, sickle cell, a big part of that is an iron deficiency.
Right.
You know what I mean? And also oxygen. My cells don't carry oxygen well. So if I want to be healthy with sickle cell, I had to figure out what are the things that I'm missing, and then supplement though. That's why you get the term supplements.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to supplement the things that you're missing. So everybody, for the most part, if they have an issue, they're simply just missing something. And so they'll go get medicated, not knowing that, man, you could have took some vitamin D pills and been straight.
Man, and then,
you know what I mean?
And then what's so crazy is now, these medications, you got to be on for life.
For life. I mean, that's their goal, right? Their goal is to have a customer for life.
Bro, that's the real, them the real gangsters. Them the real gangs, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
So I always tell people, you really just got to do a little bit of research, and then also a little bit of trial and error. Go and figure out, what are the pain points I'm having, and then figure out what naturally supplement that pain point and then try it.
Right.
And if it works, amazing. You just save yourself a lifetime of being on a pill.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And if it don't work, then you try the next thing. Like God has put so many things on the earth to heal us.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And then a lot of times also it's even mental. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of times if you can believe and have faith in healing, your body will heal itself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A lot of these tribes that, you know, they are just getting discovered, like they don't have, just recent type of medication. So
Right.
they're using a lot of plants and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, and
These hunter-gatherers.
That's better for them. That's much better for them. Like I try, even though I got sickle cell, I try to stay away from medication as much as I can. But you know, it's hard because the pain be
Right.
crazy. But I try to stay away from the medication and just try to just supplement the different things. Like that's what we got, black seed oil,
Right.
and that's a big one for me. So black seed oil is anti-inflammatory. It means it thins the blood.
Correct.
And so, I mean, my main issue is that my blood gets clotted, and so that blood thinner from the black seed oil really, really helps. Okay. And so that's one of the ways to sort of keep control over my sickle cell.
Is there? I meant to ask you that. Is there like is this something that's just like you have to live with, or can you like?
Yeah, it's over with, brother. That's for life. Now they are doing cures, and so right. I guess I shouldn't say that, but
right.
but normally,
right.
normally, yes, you're born with it, you pass with it, but they are curing sickle cell pretty quickly now, and so it just isn't everywhere yet. You know what I mean? It's still a very expensive. Like right now, if you just want to pay for it off the street, it's like 2.1 million or something like that. Yeah, for the cure. So
that's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, but eventually it'll come down a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, my brother, man, a lot of information, a lot of gems
For
you
sure.
gave, man. A lot of gems you gave, man. To just towards the ending, man. I like to end it off more so with like, all right, hobbies outside of business, like things that you like to do with the family. What's one thing that you really like to do with the family? Like if y'all going out on a Sunday, the schedule cleared.
Well, I mean, my favorite thing to do, passed down from my father, is the movies. Okay. My dad would always take us to the movies, and so now I take my kids or we watch a lot of movies because I don't take them that often. Right. But we do have like movie nights at the house.
That's bonding time.
Yeah, we do have the movie nights. We just had one the other night. So movies is my favorite pastime, and I'm trying to pass that down to them because I got it from my dad.
Right.
But if we out and about in Atlanta, they love the trampoline parks. They for sure love the trampoline parks. It was me and my wife. Again, we probably at the movies, restaurants, Little Alley Steakhouse, SK Market. We like to eat. And then and when we do go there, I get the steak.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get a steak. Yeah, I get a steak when we do go there.
Man, I'm going to get a steak. And after this, I'm going to get a steak.
It's so crazy. Somebody the other day, because I told them I was a pescatarian, but they see me with a steak. They said, "You a flexitarian?" I said, "I guess so."
I would be like, easy on the flex, but I get you.
That's my new title. I'm a flexitarian.
That's all. Hey, man, listen, man, you just do what's best for you, man.
For sure.
Man. You following your own guidelines, man. That's the dope thing about life, man. You know what I'm saying? You being your true, authentic self.
For sure, man. Yeah, I'm loving life, man. Just being with the kids. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna catch you with 5. Right. But we at 3 right now. We'll see where we land.
Right. Well, you got 3 girls?
3 girls, man.
You're
all
a girl
girls.
Dad. All girls.
Yeah. I had a boy when I was young. My boy passed away. He passed away at 18 months. Yeah. So I had him when I was young, and it's so crazy. I never would have. It took, I think, like 14 years between him and my next kid.
Right.
And when he passed away, I thought I was gonna have more kids like immediately, and then end up having another one for like 12 years or something like that.
Need time to heal, man.
Yeah, and that's very true. That's very true. But now I'm very happy like to have kids at this age because like I literally took a video. I might put it out. But I took a video. My little girl was out on the pergola,
right?
And with her homeschool teacher the other day. And I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, bro, like, my little girl out there on the pergola in front of the pool with her homeschool teacher learning Spanish. I'm like, bro, life is crazy. This is too good. Like, this is amazing right now. Like, this is crazy. Like, so, man, life is good, man. I'm very excited to be in this position, man. I'm very blessed.
Let's end it off, man. I got a segment on my show called Give Me a Piece of Advice to Save My Life. So, JR, please give us a piece of advice to save our lives.
A piece of advice to save your life. everybody has issues they're dealing with, and they don't know how to deal with them.
Right.
And the best thing that I've ever seen is prayer.
Prayer.
Because if you can state your problem out loud, and then with faith, state that you're going to overcome that problem, that God is going to walk you through that problem.
Correct.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like, there's so many things that I thought were impossible. You know, like, there's no way, like, this is not possible, that, you know, I prayed on and had faith that we will overcome those things, and it actually happened. And I'm like, bro, that's impossible. That couldn't have. And it happened because, you know, my faith through prayer. So I would say, a piece of advice that would save your life is get a prayer life.
Right.
Make sure you're praying to Jesus, but get you a prayer life, man. Start speaking over everything that you want to see happen, including your troubles. Speak over overcoming your troubles, and then have faith that it's actually going to happen, and it will happen. You know what I mean? Just end your prayer with, in Jesus' name.
Amen. Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, there you have it, man. JR, thank you.
For sure, brother.
Thank you,
for
bro.
sure.
It was fun, bro. Listen.
You know what's crazy? My first ever interview about Vitastars, for real. I've never
Really?
talked about it before.
That's crazy.
Because I stopped doing podcasts after I left the music business because it wasn't really no use.
Right.
But so this is my first one even talking about the business. So thank you. This is going to be archived for sure.
Right. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, our platform, just a little bit about our platform. Like, we like to be an informative platform, just to, like, you know, just put people on game.
Yeah.
You know, about all type of topics. You know what I'm saying? We had all type of guests. We had a lawyer over here just giving everybody game about, you know what I'm saying, just the law. So it's like, man, just stepping into, like, the entrepreneur field and in the healthy side of the entrepreneur field.
Right.
It's, like, super exciting, bro.
Well, thank you, man. So I'm going to put y'all up on game.
Right.
Go to Vitastars.com.
Yeah.
It's right here on my shirt.
Yeah.
VITA, Vitastars.com. And get your children a multivitamin.
Dope.
If you want your child to be focused in class, if you want your child to really, you know, be able to execute on another level and be able to be aware on another level, you need to get the right ingredients in them. That was one of the things that with my children, even from day one, I've always gave them multivitamins before I had a multivitamin company. But then I was like a little sick of it. I'm like, man, I can't keep giving them 4. It's got sugar in it. It's got, you know, gelatin. So I made a better one. And
So it's a one a day.
This is a 1 a day for your toddlers. This is a 1 a day for your 4+. It's 2 a day. So a better vitamin made for children like yours, man. Definitely.
And adults can take them too.
Yeah, I got the adult ones right here, and I literally only made this because people kept taking their kids coming. They like, yo, why you don't make one for us? So that's literally the only reason that this got made.
And adults is the same thing, 1 a day.
Adults is 2 a day. You know, you're a little bit bigger than that kid.
Right.
But we also got immunity. We got sea moss. We got black seed oil. She legit. Ashwagandha. So go to our website, Vitastars.com. Completely free shipping right now. Go in there and get some vitamins, man. It's very healthy for you, man. Take care of your health.
And there we have it, man. Sean Teezy,
and these are yours, brother.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I don't know if the
Yeah.
family gonna get. No, I'm saying everybody gonna get it. Everybody gonna get it. Health is wealth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Generational what? Health.
Generational health. Yes, sir.
Health. So there we have it, man. Sean Teezy, man. Teezy for the people, man. This has been a crazy, dope episode. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, man. Teezy for the people everywhere. And we out just like that.
For sure.